Mandy is the Nicolas Cage mega blockbuster hit movie where he showed the world just a regular day in the life of Nicolas Cage. It starts off where all great things start off in the 1980s, where Cage busts out a sick knock-knock joke.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Eric Estrada.
Eric Estrada who?
Eric Estrada from Chips.
Fucking nailed it. This is Cage's girlfriend, who's a cross between Shelley Duvall and Elijah Wood. She's nowhere close to being in Cage's league. But then again, nobody is.
What's your favorite planet?
Jupiter. What's yours?
I like Galactus.
Galactus isn't a planet.
He eats planets.
Fucking nailed it again! When he's not clowning on Frodo, he's telling badass stories, like when he killed John Travolta after a sweet boat chase and other mind-blowing shit. She tells really fucked up stories.
My dad came walking across with a pillowcase and a crowbar. Then he emptied what was in the pillowcase on the ground. It was a bunch of baby starlings. And he told us that he was going to show us how to kill them.
That I don't want to hear the end of. This is the villain of the movie, James Gumb. He's a cult leader.
Tell me what to do, tell me what to do, tell me what to do.
And when he's not tuck dancing in front of a mirror, he's watching TV with Thurman Merman. He orders his followers to kidnap Shelley Wood.
I need her now.
As part of an elaborate plan to meet Nicolas Cage. Meanwhile, Cage even makes watching TV and eating dinner look badass with his sweet tiger shirt. Now we meet these lovely gentlemen and lady who have the normal trait of only appearing after someone blows a magical horn. They agree to abduct Frodo for the price of one Thurman Merman, which is their preferred currency.
First things first.
So they wait until Cage goes to sleep because they're insane psychos, not stupid, and manage to kidnap Frodo before receiving their payment. After passing a quick physical, they take her to meet Buffalo Bill, who tries to seduce her pathetically. Look, bro, she's banged Nicolas Cage. What did you expect? Then things go from bad to worse when they stuff her in a sack and burn her alive. Look, Nicolas Cage is a cool dude, but I really don't think he's gonna let that one go. Cage is gonna fuck their entire world, but first, he's got a couple of things to take care of that are a little more important, like this mac and cheese commercial, which will change your life. And some good old-fashioned tiger shirt and underwear liquor chugging. Between this and that powerful commercial, he's just gonna need a minute or two to gather himself. Now that that's out of the way, he goes to see his good friend, Bill Duke. Remember, this took place in '83, which was before Arnold killed him in '85, and the Predator killed him in '87. But also after Richard Gere killed him in 1980. Anyways, he's been holding onto Cage's crossbow because Cage was sick of hearing his old lady constantly nag him about it. Luckily, he doesn't have to worry about that shit anymore. Duke tells Cage a story about the Gimps.
When I seen them things, they were in a world of pain. But you know what the freakiest part was? They fucking loved it.
And it's a shame because it sounds like they'd have been best of friends if it wasn't for that whole burning his girlfriend alive thing. Oh well. Cage then puts those forged in fire pussies to shame and builds this. I don't know what the hell it's supposed to be other than really fucking awesome. Speaking of fucking awesome, how badass does Cage look? Anyways, Cage takes one of the gimps out with the crossbow and then goes to run his bitch ass over in his Chevy Blazer, but at the last second decides to do a sick flip instead. Fuck yeah. Now that he got that out of his system, he's ready to let bygones be bygones until this perfectly normal piece of shit cuts his second favorite shirt for no reason.
That was my favorite shirt.
You never, I mean ever, fuck with a man's second favorite shirt. Cage then delivers the coldest line you'll ever hear from Nicolas Cage to a gimp
You're a vicious snowflake.
before beating it with a pipe and sending it down a dark hole. He then pops the nail out of his hand like he's done 100 times before and then takes off to murder more shirt-ruining bitches. He refuses to even give them an awesome death by his beautiful monstrosity and chooses to take out the next one with a fucking box cutter because he's Nicolas Cage and he does whatever the fuck he wants, which is to sneak up behind the fat one from the insane clown posse, do a sweet flip right over him, and cut him open to drink the delicious Kool-Aid inside. Then, from out of nowhere, Shirt Ripper is back,
That was my favorite shirt.
and Cage prepared a speech just in case this day ever came.
You're in my shirt! You're in my shirt!
Now that he finally has closure, he's free to kill her awesomely. So he grabs his badass weapons and tries some jelly that's so good it blows his fucking mind. The next gimp up on Cage's list loves watching random shit burn, which Cage respects, so he gives him a badass death by decapitating him while he's on fucking fire. Then he lights a cigarette with his flaming skull, and Cage doesn't even smoke. What a class act. Next, he commandeers an ATV and rides straight through a bunch of trees to a lab underneath a radio tower, for reasons far beyond our mortal comprehension. But it's Nicolas Cage. I think he knows what he's doing. And wouldn't you know it, it's the same lab where Richard Branson is always hanging out with that crazy tiger. He has a long conversation with Cage, who's reached the level of acting where he can communicate any thought through angry stares.
God, you're right.
Cage stares him into letting the tiger go and telling him where to find Buffalo Bill.
North.
So Cage rides off like a fucking boss when that piece of shit gets stuck in the mud. Luckily, it happened in a clean, safe area, so Cage just says fuck it and takes a nap. Now it's daytime, and Cage and his little buddy are ready to fuck some more shit up. They make it to Buffalo Bill's hideout, and the little guy disables their shitty van with some caltrops that Nicolas Cage carries in his boots at all times.
You're hurting.
Shut the fuck up. After feeding this guy the toothpick end of his axe for being such a pussy, Cage decides to let her go so the sequel has something to work with. For his next fight, well, never mind. For his next fight, we're treated to one of Nicolas Cage's top 5 chainsaw fights against a guy that kinda, but not really, looks like the villain from that 80s Warlock movie. But Warlock gets complacent and falls for the old chain around the neck, making him fall on top of his own running chainsaw move. Come on, man, that's rookie shit. After speed reading an entire Bible in mere seconds, he comes across this sad old lady who really wants to bang Nicolas Cage.
I'm the most sensual lover.
Obviously, while he's a little busy at the moment, he does take head from her. Now, it's the final showdown between Buffalo Bill and Cage, and now Buffalo Bill is trying to bang him too.
I'll blow you. I'll suck your fucking dick.
Luckily, this is every day for Cage. He's used to it.
This was all part of your journey.
Cage tells him what everyone already knows.
I'm your god now.
Crushes his skull with his bare hands, and lights his pathetic ass on fire. Then he even makes driving away in a 70s station wagon look so fucking awesome that you don't even care whatever the fuck this is all about.